Okay, this video is going to be in regards to, now I don't get many comments because I don't even get many views on my videos. I mean, originally this was just a platform to keep all my videos, so I had more space in my phone. But then I've started posting videos, more of family life, so cousins, nieces and nephews can, the more's good on YouTube and watching themselves. And then I've started using it to talk about my religion and my mental health, which is for me to do. It's for me to share. It's my choice what to do with it. So I got a comment saying about me ignoring my children. Now, first of all, yes, I do ignore my children. I ignore my children most of the time because if it's not utter bullshit coming out of their mouths, which it usually is, it's look at this YouTube clip, which is not funny. What is the sense of humour of 11-year-olds these days? I mean, it's not even funny. Anyhow, forget that. When I was 11, 10 o'clock would come in the morning, we'd have some breakfast, and we'd have to leave the house. We'd come back midday for a sandwich, a drink, and then we'd go back out again. And usually this wasn't by choice. This was their parents saying, get out my face, piss off, go on. And we'd all go out in the street, I don't know, about 20, 30 of us, and we'd just mess about all the time. We'd be down the canals, be on ponds, down the woods, playing football, playing mantle, playing knock door run. Sometimes just being naughty, sometimes just being kids. I don't remember being in the house at all. So our parents, yes, they've raised us, they are parents, but they never had to deal with us constantly 24 hours a day because they was too scared to let us go out on the streets. We are. Our kids don't go out to play, so I can't clean the house because I'm always in it. There's no point cleaning it. You know what I mean? I don't know if my lips are synced up to this video because it doesn't look like it is, but I'm just got to get this out. So if the video's off sync, I really don't care. So, I ignore my children. Yeah. I mean, did I used to? No. But over the years, I've crafted this thing where I can be looking at them. I can be nodding. I can even reply to their questions. I'm not listening. I'm literally somewhere else. I do it to my husband. It's amazing. It is amazing. It's the best trick I've ever learned. I do it all the time. So I ignore my kids. I ignore my kids all the time. I mean, I love my kids. I play with them all the time. We do loads of stuff together. We sit and have conversations, all kinds of conversations. We sit and just be silly. But yeah, I do ignore my kids a lot because otherwise I'd go insane. I mean, I did used to have a lot more patience for my children. But now, I mean, when it was just Chase had his problems. I'm not going to wash all, I'm not tell you all his dirty laundry or anything, but he does suffer with his mental health. He has done since he was 4. I've been fighting with everyone for 7 years. He's in therapy now. After a pretty serious incident happened. There's loads of people involved. I'll get up fighting, to be honest. But it's funny because just as I've get up fighting and just said, you know what, I can't keep fighting with you people. Something's slowly getting done, but it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to fight so hard as a parent because it absolutely drains you. And I'm not saying anything bad about any. I'm not gonna say anything bad about any certain system because they are overrun. They're not well funded. Even charities, them so stretched. But what? I mean, the COVID hasn't helped. Not because it didn't help, because that's now their excuse for everything. And I don't think it's really acceptable anymore. To be honest, I don't think it is acceptable anymore. So that's Chase. So now he's in a short stay school, which I'm dealing with that. Recently, this is just Chase. I've had 2 mental breakdowns just regarding Chase. And where he is now, he's happy. I'm happy. It's just about keeping him where he needs to be, make sure he's getting the help he needs. So that's Chase, who I ignore a lot. He has about 50 to 60 cuddles a day. He constantly wants cuddles, which is great. I love cuddles. Mostly he keeps to himself, or he talks about YouTube. And then you got Riley, who was never a problem, ever. He was just the hyperactive, crazy, built like a tank, hilarious kid, and he still is absolutely hilarious. But whilst dealing with all of Chase's issues, Riley decides, or the universe decides, it's time for Riley to start having seizures and neurological problems, which wasn't fun. So battling with Chase, now battling with Riley. He's got 3 different pediatricians. He has physio. We have to have stuff come to do and change the house for his falls. He's got Tourette's. His confidence he's just dropped. He's constantly apologising, trying to explain to other children about his tics, which he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to. His seizures, I'm constantly on the lookout. I'm constantly watching him. He can't be away from me. I need to know, because I can tell when a seizure's coming on, so I can act. And I've also got to intervene as well when he's out, when he's at friends, when he's at parties, when he's doing taekwondo. I have to intervene and say he needs to stop. And it can get pretty awkward because I have to explain why he needs to stop. And it's frustrating. And then you've got my daughter, Daisy, who was born after about 5 weeks. She started going blue all the time. Again, that was great. So much fun, especially with all the other problems, So for about, until she could roll it over by herself, I had to sit up all night, no sleep. I had to sit up in this bed like this. She had to be completely up like that. It was not easy to do with a newborn because of her head kept going, so he had to do all kinds of crazy stuff. The health visitors was just kind of like, listen, we need to just chuck all the health and safety stuff out here. Safety sleeping had to just be chucked out. So I did have to sit up and watch her. If she went blue, if her lips went blue, that was okay. If her tongue went blue, that was not okay. She had recessions, tracheal tug, all that majark. But once she could roll over by herself, we could relax with the sleeping measures. Again, after about 8-9 months, I started to get used to the sounds, what meant. So again, I could relax. Now she's 18 months, so I can relax now. I can relax a lot now because she can get into the best. If she knows she's not breathing very well, she can roll onto her belly and gravity pulls it forward. Again, she's got paediatricians, dietitians, speech and language. So my son's got loads of appointments, loads of people involved. My second son, Riley, he's got loads of people involved, loads of paediatricians involved. My daughter, she has paediatricians. I had to get early help involved because my eldest son can sometimes be violent, so I was concerned for that as well, which my eldest son has spoke to me about, and he understands that he's violent tendencies. So I have a microscope over my fucking head, literally. Everything I do, everything I say, someone needs to know about it. And I want it like that because the amount of stress I'm under, I am fortunate enough to have someone I can call and say, help me with this, do this, speak to these, I can't do this, help me with this. So yes, if I want my children to leave me the fuck alone for 5 minutes, I fucking can. If I want to ignore my kids for 5 fucking minutes when I know they're okay, when I know they're safe, when I know they're happy playing, I will I'm fucking fine with that. Actually, 2 seconds. My son's just walked in. Chase, come here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's just commented on one of my videos that I ignore you kids. Would you like to come over here?
Which video was that?
I don't know, darling. Let's not get into it. No, this is Chase, the one who's mentally unstable.
Hmm?
I was just telling about we're just talking about why Mummy is stressed out all the time and how you three have all got,
She basically has depression because doctors kept on saying she was going to die.
We're not even going to get into that. This is just my kids. He said on the comment basically, to stop ignoring my kids. Try not to get angry. It's okay. See, you've angered him. You know what I mean? Do you think I ignore you, Chase?
No.
Well, I think I ignore you sometimes when I'm having a moment.
I mean, 2 seconds ago he was, because I was going to ask what we're having for tea. I was just standing there. And then you told me to come over.
What was wrong with the sausage sandwiches I did?
Oh, that was tea.
What was wrong with my sausage sandwiches?
I thought that was dinner.
That was dinner. You've just had them. You've just had them.
It's dark out now.
Okay, it's gone dark pretty fast. I literally just made them and then took the dog for a walk. So I just wanted, I was literally outside just relaxing. I was like, you know what? I ain't going to let this comment get to me. But the problem is, I don't want people to think. I need people to understand. I need mums to understand. I need first-time mums to understand. I need mums with send kids to understand. I need mums with children who are disabled to understand. You are doing a great fucking job. Whether you're ignoring your kids or not, we need a fucking break. We don't get one. Especially when we have children with special needs, you don't get a fucking break at all.
Mum, the video's got a time limit at the top.
Thank you, darling. My video's got a time limit. See what I mean? I'm constantly under stress. Okay?
She's got 2 minutes left.
I've got 2 minutes left. Okay? 2 minutes left. Okay? And this is how I'm feeling. I think, basically, what I'm trying to say is there's this... All right, I was talking to him about it today, to my friends at church, about these perfect parents. There's no such thing. There's honestly no such thing. There's no such thing, because parenting is not perfect at all. It's not parenting. No, it's not perfect at all. I've got 2 amazing parents now.
Oh, yeah.
My childhood, I can't say that was an amazing time for me. My parents was grade 8 assholes. Okay.
You've got a minute.
I've got a minute. I ignore my children when I know they're okay, when I know they're safe. If they ask me a straight up question to my face, I'm not going to ignore them. I'm going to answer them. If I say in a minute, in 5 minutes, give me a moment, they'll give me a moment because they understand. Because I won't just say, give me a moment. I'll say, give me a moment because I'm doing this. Okay, I don't need to... I'm not saying this for you people who are saying I'm ignoring my kids. I'm saying this for the parents that ignore their kids. It is okay. As long as they're safe, healthy and loved, you can have a few minutes to yourself. You can take a breath. Because what happens when you don't take a breath? You go mentally unstable. Okay, you need to concentrate on yourself. As my therapist is always... Oh my God, it totally cut off. As my therapist always says, I need to put my life jacket on before I can put my kids on. Yeah. No, that's not wrong. Yeah, or my breathing mask. I can't put somebody else's breathing after unless I put mine on. And it's really... No, not that one. It's really annoying when they say that to me, because I'm like... It's not that easy, but it is that easy. You need to think about yourself sometimes. You need to give yourself some time. You need to give your partner some time. It's hard. It's hard to find time. Me and my husband probably have about 10 to 15 minutes where we can actually sit down and have a conversation with no children around. We've kind of got used to just having these conversations with the kids around now, because they're grown-ups. That, in my eyes, they have to go through so much stuff. They have to deal with so much stuff. They can sit and hear these conversations that we have. I mean, some conversations they're private, just between me and my husband. And those are the 15 minutes that we get. And that was 15 minutes. I don't waste cleaning. I spend it with my husband. I probably should spend it cleaning. But I just wanted you to know that I do ignore my kids a lot. But I also love them a lot. And I give them a lot of my time. A lot.